one. Welcome to the Toybox podcast. I always have to stop and not do art ships still. This is actually now episode 8, I believe. So that's pretty cool. Yeah.
That's quite impressive.
Here's something I was
Can you hear me, everyone?
Yes.
Yeah. Here's something I was going to pass for you guys. I think next week. So there's going to be next week, and then the week after that, I actually have a week-long vacation to Texas, right? And
Are you going to South by?
What?
Are you going to South by?
Probably not, unfortunately.
Oh,
but I'll be around the area. I'll probably see it happening from a distance. But
I got preview tickets to see The Beach Bum with Harmony Korine in attendance.
Heck yeah.
Nice.
That's so cool.
How hype is that?
But anyways.
Yeah, I know. March 18th, baby.
Well, I was going But what I was going to say is that I think that, like, next week we should, like, record 2 podcasts. One of them should be our typical number 9, and then one of them should be a, like, 10th episode anniversary where we take Q&A questions the entire time. I think that'd be pretty cool.
Q&As?
Yeah, like we all, like, write on our Instagram, like, ask us questions, and then we take questions from people.
Oh, that'd be fun.
Yeah, absolutely. I think it'd be cool. Anyways, we need to introduce everybody. We've got our usual suspects today. We've got Tristan here, back once again. Say hey.
Hello.
And we've also got Miles, a.k.a. How to Train Your Dragon Stand.
I've been here recently. You remember me, don't you? Okay.
Remember me.
Sorry, that was weird.
And last.
Do you remember me?
But not least, Haydn, Elmore.
Name's Elmore. Haydn Elmore.
Dude, that was the most awkward way you could have said that. I loved it. My name's Elmore. Haydn Elmore. So first off,
oh my God,
we're going to be discussing a variety of things today, but we decided we need to kick this off. As you guys know, the Oscars premiered on Sunday, and we've been covering Oscar coverage since Tristan and I did the very first episode, and the entire thing was about what we thought was going to get nominated, which we were far off on just about everything, Tristan.
And now it's over. But, like...
Tristan and I thought Mary Poppins Returns would get nominated for Best Picture when we did that podcast.
Oh my God.
God.
Way far out.
Well, let me just say this. This was the worst... This is the worst Oscars I've ever fucking seen. I mean, not in the way that I don't think the show was bad. I think it moved quite well.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was good.
I would
compared to last year's at least, but
I would actually say that the show itself is the best it's been in years. Because it moved at a significantly
the show was really good.
Pace. Yeah.
I think the part of it is the fact that it doesn't have any hosts this year, so that was like it flows things more naturally. It could present off the different categories in its fashionable way. It could be nice. I would like if the Academy does this more often.
Yeah, well, you see,
remember,
exactly. You guys remember the year...
it should start a precedent, like a certain precedent.
You guys remember, was it 2014, whenever Spike Jonze won for screenplay for Her, and they cut him off after a minute, and then Ellen served pizza for 5 minutes? We don't
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Oh, that was horrible.
Yeah, that was...
Actually, that's kind of ringing into my mind now. Fucking Ellen DeGeneres. Like, are you kidding me?
And then she had that whole selfie thing.
I love
She was the worst host. She was the worst host.
Yeah, she was not a great host.
Seth MacFarlane exists, so...
He's so annoying.
Seth MacFarlane was a terrible host.
Seth MacFarlane was a great host.
No, he was so bad. He was so
I Saw Your Boobs was the best skit ever.
Why can't Ricky Gervais just host everything?
I don't like Ricky Gervais.
Or Aubrey Plaza. She killed it in the Independent Spirit
No more hosts. If it's not Bo Burnham, then just don't do a host.
Oh yeah, you don't do.
I would have been fine with Whoopi Goldberg, quite honestly.
I don't really like her.
What, do you not like good people?
Oh my God, who don't you like? Who don't you like?
I don't know, Andy Samberg or something.
The Lonely Island.
No, they were horrible. Sorry.
I mean, okay, to be fair, yeah, they were kind of disappointing during the Golden Globes. I will admit. Yeah,
they were very disappointing during the Golden Globes.
I
like Jimmy Kimmel.
I just think that's bad writing, to be completely honest.
Yeah, it's a bad writing. It's not necessarily their fault per se.
Yeah.
Also, Sandra Owen and what's his face, Andy Samberg didn't know each other before that, so I don't know why they.
Ooh.
Yeah, why did they host together?
Apparently on the Tonys they presented one award together and they were kind of funny. So the Golden Globes are like, hey, let's pair these people together for an entire show.
Oh my god. Okay, anyways, let's stop. We're not here to discuss about Andy Samberg as much as we love him, but we're not here to discuss about Andy Samberg. We're here to discuss about the Oscars.
Mm-hmm.
Oscar talk.
Next.
Andy Samberg.
That's
next question. Next question.
Isn't that Spike Lee?
Yeah.
Yeah. I love that. That was so funny.
He says that he turns around and laughs and then turns back and he's the best.
Yeah.
Oh my god. He.
Because I don't think he'd do the same thing if he lost to like Roma. Or
No, obviously not. Obviously, a lot of people have something against Green Book, including me.
Yeah,
and the fact that it did win, really reflects that because he lost to the same exact fucking movie back in '89.
Yeah,
right?
That's why he was so upset about it.
What?
That's why he was so upset about it, because he keeps.
That's why he was upset. I don't think he would have been upset if Roma won or any other one for that.
No, yeah,
maybe Bohemian Rhapsody.
We would all be upset Bohemian Rhapsody did win Best Picture.
At one of the other award shows, I think it was the screenwriting one. What's his face? Peter Farrelly won, and everyone's no,
Bob Burr won original screenplay.
Oh, there was one thing where Peter Farrelly won something, and Spike Lee didn't get up to clap, and everyone else did, and the camera panned right at him.
Wow.
Good for him. Good for him. But he didn't. Him and Jordan Peele didn't. Clap during when Green Book won the picture. He actually almost escaped the damn Dolby Theater.
Yeah, he ran.
Guard stopped.
That was crazy. I love that.
I mean that was. Green Book's win didn't headline the next morning. That was what headlined the next morning.
Yeah, that's more attention.
That's hilarious. That's hilarious.
I think here's the thing. I think why many people, including probably some of us, like me or Miles, probably Brett a lot as well, is that with Green Book's win, it really it really contradicts of what the Oscars were just trying to head towards, which is trying to celebrate more progressive and more unique films and more films that are more
diversity.
Yeah,
diversity. I guess the Oscars so white hashtag is back.
Yeah,
quite literally.
With a night where you had a lot of the winners being relatively from diverse people, from either Black, Asian, women, whatever. And
look at even Black Panther. Look at Ruth Carter. She won best. She upsetted Sandy Powell, and I'm happy for her.
Yeah,
it's very diverse win, only to be umbrellaed, only to be overshadowed by this gigantic white savior movie that won Best Picture. How horrible of an ending is that?
Yeah,
I have a crazy question.
Tragic. It's just absolutely tragic.
Do you think people would be upset if Crazy Rich Asians was nominated? or do you think they'd like have a?
No, I don't think so.
No. A lot of people really enjoy.
I don't know. I don't know. I mean,
I would have been upset.
Personally, I would be upset because I don't think it's a movie that deserves it. But I would put it over. I would put it over Green Book.
Yeah,
I would put it over Bohemian Rhapsody.
I don't know.
I mean, I wasn't offended. I wasn't offended by it.
I hate Crazy Rich Asians. To be completely fair, I hate it with every fiber of my being. But
decent.
It is less offensive than
the other
two. So
yeah, it wasn't a great movie. It wasn't even a good movie.
Yeah,
but it's less offensive. It's less offensive than Green Book. So
it's less offensive than two of the movies nominated for Best Picture of the Year. So that's great.
It's a great rom-com.
I mean, look. If I were voting, if Beale Street Could Talk would have definitely replaced Green Book or fucking.
Sure, I think if any rational
person
was
would replace
voting.
If I had like the place like 4 picks or 3 picks.
If I had my money on it when when the nominations were being announced for Best Picture, I would have thought Cold War would have gotten the picture nomination because of how many nominations it got.
I would have considered like First Reform, Beale Street, and probably Won't You Be My Neighbor.
I would have. I mean, Won't You Be My Neighbor got royally fucking snubbed.
Oh my God!
That's another story. We're talking about the Oscars here, but that was horrible. But anyways,
the documentary branch is just really stupid. Like they also snubbed. They didn't nominate Hoop Dreams, and they didn't nominate the Roger Ebert documentary Life Itself.
Yeah, Stephen James. Poor Stephen James.
Yeah,
my word.
Poor Steve James, exactly.
Yeah.
And then look what they nominate for Steve James. Abacus Small Enough to Jail? What?
Really? Did you really see that?
I'm actually, on a side note, I'm actually listening to the audiobook for Life Itself right now, like the memoir, and it's super good. You guys should read it. Roger Ebert's a legend.
I'm really happy for my friend Bing Lou that got nominated. But
you're friends with Big Lou. That's so cool.
Crazy.
Yeah.
When was the last time you talked to him? I'm just wondering.
What?
When was the last time you got to talk with him?
Like sophomore year.
Oh, that's cool. Well, what year
did he went to your school?
He filmed me.
Oh.
In a documentary. He filmed me in a Steve James documentary.
Oh, that's cool.
That's crazy. Wait, so
it's called America to Me. Did you guys hear about it? It just came out this year.
Really?
Wait,
it's like a mini series.
Is Miles?
Have I seen it?
Yeah,
I'm in it.
You have seen it, right?
I'm not a huge role. My best friend plays a huge part in it, but I'm just in a little scene.
Oh wow,
that's cool.
It was kind of a big deal. They filmed it at my school. It's Steve James documentary. It was from Participant Media, Cartemplin Films and Stars. So yeah, I mean, it was on Stars. It's kind of a big deal, actually.
That's cool.
It premiered at Sundance.
This year?
Last year, it premiered at Sundance.
Oh, cool.
Nice.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yep. I didn't go, but my friend went.
Well,
Sundance. Mm-hmm.
Your friend went to Sundance?
Yeah.
What?
Mm-hmm. Because he was in the movie. He was in the documentary. He got went to Sundance.
Did you see?
And he also saw. He saw Minding the Gap at Sundance. I think that's all he saw at Sundance.
That's
besides
cool.
the movie. But he met a couple people. He met John Hamm and shit.
Whoa!
So that's pretty cool.
You mean Batman?
I mean, no, John Hamm.
No,
Batman.
Batman.
John Hamm.
Batman. He's going to be Batman. How
he
cool!
He is?
Yeah, I think he should be. He's a Batman.
I hope he mad if he does.
Dude, he'd be awesome. Awesome Batman.
Anyways,
I'm down.
I want to talk about the monumental disappointment that was the Oscars.
Yeah.
Did you guys see my reaction?
Green Book.
What? No!
People, big gas. Big gas.
No!
He said unbelievable.
No! What?
You still got the reaction you wanted, honey. Would you like us to send this
To whenever Green Book won?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I saw that. I saw that.
Yeah.
I saw that. That was hilarious.
Yeah, that was really great. That was really great. But one of the things I want to mention here is I talked a little about this earlier on. Is that when you look at the last two Best Picture winners, we had Moonlight and The Shape of Water, right? Not only were considered
two great films.
Yeah,
two great films.
Two films that were many people can agree. I think we can all here agree were two of the best films of this decade had to offer. Like, those were some of the very most unique. They were very diverse. They were very more progressive. They had something to say and have something.
They had a message. They had a unifying message.
Often find in most regular films now these days, and that's why it lets such a big cultural impact, not just only on like the world of cinema, but also even on a personal level. And it's like we thought that like this would have the chance to really have the Academy grow and be developing more in the times.
Yeah.
And that's what people were pushing for Roma too, like with like having that be to win Best Picture, and then they just backtrack into it. Let's say debate. They're used to shit.
I have a weird theory, and I don't know if this is going to be true, but if you look at the past few years, in 2013 they gave it to 12 Years a Slave, and in 2014 they gave it to Birdman, which are two really acclaimed movies and kind of like revolutionary in their own right.
Oh, they were good.
Yeah, they were great. 2015 they gave it to Spotlight, which I love, but it is very traditional Oscar.
Yeah, but Spotlight's still good. At least
I love it.
It's better than Green Book.
Actually, Spotlight is the only movie this year that was actually this decade that was my pick to win. But just not because it was my favorite movie of the year, just because it was tied with Room for me. But anyway,
Tristan's is tiptoeing around the fact. Tristan's is tiptoeing around the fact that he liked Green Book.
No,
wait, he is. Yeah, you're building up to it, aren't you?
No, that's not what my theory is that every 2 years, so basically they have 2 years where they give a movie to like a really
okay, but is this theory credible? I don't think it's credible.
And then they give it to they go back and they're they troll us and give it to an Oscar bait movie.
No.
Dude, watch next year.
No. That's not gonna happen. They're not massive trolls. They're not planning this out from the very beginning.
Next year they better.
This is not
Next year,
you're really overthinking this.
But watch, next year they're gonna give it to some. I don't know, Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, and then the year after they're gonna give it to something cool, and then the year after that they're gonna give it to Cats 2.
No,
Tristan, Everyday 2.
Oh my god,
Everyday 2.
So I guess we should watch out for the 2022 Oscars. You're right.
Oh my god.
Maybe they'll backtrack again, huh? Maybe they'll nominate Green Book 2. Because that's in the works.
Green Book 2, the greenening.
Yeah.
Wait, what?
Wait,
yeah, so is Darkest Hour 2.
No!
Yeah, but Darkest Hour 2...
Guys.
Darkest Hour 2 is not going to be about Winston Churchill. It's going to be about a different historical figure.
Oh, that's stupid. Just stop it.
That's so stupid.
Oh, can we also talk about... Wait. Okay, so
this really reflects the lack of originality in Hollywood.
I don't think Darkest Hour 2.
So Green Book,
here's what I think. Here's what I think. Can I say something?
Yes, go for it.
I think people are gonna read the list of Best Picture nominees by decade, by year, and they're gonna look at the 2010s. They're gonna look at all the Best Picture winners of the 2010s, and they're gonna look at Green Book's win, and they're gonna be like, That was a mistake. I barely remember that. That was the year when Roma came out. Remember that was the year when Black Klansman came out. You know, remember that was the year when
Beale Street, First Reformed,
the favorite Beale Street, First Reformed, even A Star Is Born.
No,
even Black Panther. Remember when those movies touched us? Oh yeah, and the Green Book one. You know,
it'll totally be a movie that everyone forgets about in 5 years, and then people look back on the nominations and be like, Harold, do you remember when we saw that at the cinema? Oh yeah, that was a perfectly fine movie.
Green Book's going to become this year's Philomena. Like, no one even remembers. I was nominated for like 5 awards.
Philomena.
I do. Respect Philomena.
I think Green Book will end up its legacy with either one or two things. One, it'll probably be forgotten about in like 5 years or so. Or two, end up going to the Crash route, where basically it's only like real purpose of why it's so relevant is because everyone's tackling it down for the fact that it won Best Picture.
Like, are you talking about Shakespeare?
No one likes Crash.
Are you talking about like Shakespeare in Love?
I know more than Crash.
Hayden, I will say this. I will say this. No one would remember Shakespeare in Love if it didn't beat Saving Private Ryan. Like, no one would even know that was a movie.
Or Thin Red Line. Yeah,
that's true. That's true. Okay, but in this situation, Roma is Brokeback Mountain, and Green Book is Crash.
Yeah.
There you go. Roma's Brokeback Mountain. Green Book is Crash.
I want to quote on the
Crash.
I want to quote on Roma's Blu-ray that says, "Roma is Brokeback Mountain, Miles." And people to go, wait, what is that in reference?
Roma got Brokeback Mountain.
Wasn't Munich nominated?
Munich got nominated. I think a Walk Odie. Hold on, let me double check on what was the 2005 Best Picture.
It was Good Night, Good Luck, Capote, Munich, Brokeback Mountain, and Crash. I have too much time on my hands.
Wait, did you not even look that up?
Yeah.
Tristan, did you not look that up? Did you just know that?
Remember when? What was that movie? What was that? What was that? No one remembers the nominees from the early 2000s. Like, I looked at the nominees for Best Picture in like 2003 or some shit, and it was this movie called Master and Commander.
Oh yeah,
I have that on DVD, guys.
What the fuck?
Master and Commander was pretty solid.
Do you guys remember
the Translation, Seabiscuit, Lord of the Rings? Like, that was the Lord of the Rings.
Do you guys remember whenever like Eternal Sunshine, The Spotless Mind won Best Original Screenplay and didn't even get a nomination for Best Picture? And the same thing happened to Almost Famous. Like, the Oscars are dumb.
They are.
How can you have the best original screenplay of the year and not be one of the 5 best movies of the year? That makes no sense.
That's crazy.
That literally makes no sense.
Imagine if they had always went with 10 nominees, how many like great movies would have been nominated?
Oh yeah, for sure.
God.
Oh yeah,
exactly.
Almost Famous would have been nominated.
Why
Eternal
don't they do
Sunshine.
I don't know why you can't just do that.
The 1979 Muppet movie.
You know, why is that hard?
Like The Dark Knight would have got in.
Wall-E.
Synecdoche, New York. Speed Racer, maybe? I
don't know. Synecdoche, New York was such a weird film at the time. I don't think it probably would have.
Yeah,
it's the same as Speed Racer.
Not saying that wouldn't deserve it or anything.
I don't think Synecdoche was big when it came out. I think.
Eternal Sunshine would have gotten nominated, and so would have.
Eternal Sunshine, I would sure.
And Almost Famous would have been nominated.
I saw this list of people, like someone made like the 6th award for Best Picture. Like if a film was going to slip in there, that was in the 6th spot, and Eternal Sunshine was the 6th.
Yeah, for 2004. Yeah.
You know, for 2000, Chicken Run, right? You know that Chicken Run was almost nominated for Best Picture in 2000.
Yeah, and that was the reason why they started doing
I remember that.
Yeah. I love Chicken Run.
So, what was it? I think 2000. What was it? 2010 or something? They expanded the category.
Yeah, it was like right around when they didn't have the films for 2009.
And that was when they nominated.
Expanded more on their Best Picture.
No, they nominated Avatar and Up and District 9 the year before that.
Yeah, the nominated Avatar.
Oh, okay, that was the year. Never mind.
Yeah, that was such a weird. If you look at the nominees for 2009, it was really bizarre. Like those were some interesting noms, and then of course the Hurt Locker one, which was probably the most boring of them.
Was
Hurt Locker was
a Serious Man? Was a Serious Man?
Yeah, it was nominated.
Serious Man was nominated.
Okay, so then that was a good selection.
Yeah, it was an interesting year. Yeah.
Up should have won.
Very interesting.
I don't know. I think I would have gone Serious Man, to be honest.
Yeah, Serious Man.
Up. No.
I think Up is a great movie.
Up is amazing. I love it.
Back to
back
to the 2018, 2019 Oscars.
Have we not? I think we've not discussed about what was actually technically the worst winner of the night when Bohemian Rhapsody won 4 out of the 5 Oscars it was nominated for, including Best Editing.
Can we talk about Best Editing?
Yeah.
Best fucking.
Oh my god! What a fucking mess! What a mess!
Can I play? I want to see if I can edit in the clip, the best edited clip of all time.
The Bohemian Rhapsody one?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so our audience is going to be seeing it in 3, 2, 1. So you guys just saw the clip of what won best editing last night. That's it. That's
a few nights ago.
I want to say that there was about 20 edits that happened and didn't need to happen. And if I had turned that into my
best editing winner.
If I had turned that into my media production class in high school, I would have failed the project and it won best editing. So there you go.
Baffling to me. It plays and that 20-second clip. It's not just it's just for a one-time thing. They play that editing style for 90% of the film.
It's like that scene in Taken 3 where he tries to climb over the fence.
Yeah,
you know what I'm talking about?
The Liam Neeson one.
Yeah,
the Liam Neeson one. What was that? Taken 3.
Yeah. It's so good.
It's literally Taken 3 level bad.
It is.
Literally Taken 3 level bad.
And even the music placement is Suicide Squad level bad.
I thought when I saw the film, in theaters, when he was it would show him in concert, and then it would show this weird, obnoxious, tacky logo and shit.
Oh my god, yeah.
They tried to be quirky and artistic,
and edgy.
And it just failed on every regard.
Mm-hmm. Every regard.
That's your best editing winner, right?
Yeah.
That's your 2019 best editing, because
it
has Oscar-worthy editing.
Yeah, I don't get. What do people find in that film to be awards worthy? I mean, other than maybe Rami's performance, there's nothing.
At least it had showy editing, right? At least it had showy editing. Green Book was nominated for best editing. I didn't even know it was editing.
Did you guys see my tweet? I left that row.
Nothing.
That row. Is Green Book edited? Let's be honest. I tweeted that when it got
It's literally a factory movie. It's factory. It's manufactured in a factory. That's what it is.
Have you guys seen the thing? Have you guys seen the thing on Twitter where someone took every time that Bohemian Rhapsody scene cut and put a Johnny Test swipe every time it cut?
Oh yeah, and I see that editing of Bohemian Rhapsody editing is everywhere. It's they do rapid cuts of 3 to the whips and to random cuts every now and then. It's just baffling. And even the one sound editing, which was
Roma's editing snub was
insane. Okay.
Yeah.
Wait, can I get on a soapbox real quick? Go for it. Okay, so sound editing and mixing both went to Bohemian Rhapsody, which had easily some of the worst sound editing and mixing I've ever seen in a movie.
Oh, definitely.
And easily, mean, as in they'd put in random songs in places where it didn't even make sense to me. I've already been through the Under Pressure scene that I hate so much, but it's bad. But this isn't actually where I'm going to take this. So a few nights ago, I saw Roma in theaters and surround sound, and I was like, this was snubbed for sound for both of them. It has some of the best sound editing and mixing in any movie ever.
I see it in theaters.
The way that Alfonso Cuarón is able to bring in like the dog barking and the little subtle nuances of what we hear every single day of our lives and do not even note is insane. It is so precise. Every single detail. It's insane.
Everything is so detailed and so precise.
The fact that did not sweep sound is a travesty, and it just shows that people don't know what sound.
In general, like it should have had.
Well,
it should have been the most winners of the night. Instead, it gave it to the horrible fan fiction that was directed by a pedophile.
But
that contradicts the whole Me Too movement.
Here's the whole thing, right? This is what I'm thinking. These people are sitting down and being like, let's vote Bohemian Rhapsody for sound because it's a movie based off of Queen, and Queen made good music, therefore music is sound.
And
Roma is a mostly quiet movie, but every time it uses sound, it's good.
And we're all old white people. Wait, can I say something? We're all old... And we're all old white people who were alive when Queen was around, so, you know, might as well click... You know,
dude, that wasn't that long ago. Queen stopped making music in the 90s.
I know.
I was probably around.
But they're still old babies. These are baby boomers voting for this shit, man. This is Oscars so white time. You know what Peter Farrelly is? He's a baby boomer. He's a fucking baby boomer.
He's a douchebag.
Literally.
That doesn't... Okay.
He's a douchebag. He's an asshole.
Alfonso Cuarón's also a baby boomer.
I mean, technically, yes.
Right, but he's more in touch with what's going on right now.
Yeah.
Sure.
And it's like...
He's not an old white man.
Can we talk about how the director of Dumb and Dumber has won an Oscar for Best Picture?
What?
The director of Dumb and Dumber won an Oscar for Best Picture.
I find that inspiring.
It's so amazing. Like, the director who did Dumb and Dumber and Osmosis Jones managed to win a Best Picture.
Yeah, that guy has more Oscars. That guy has more Oscars than Christopher Nolan.
Yeah, Christopher Nolan, David Fincher, Martin Scorsese.
No,
Obama.
That guy.
Paul Thomas Anderson
has more Oscars. That guy has more Oscars than Paul Thomas Anderson.
What the hell?
That bastard. That bastard.
Damn. Like, and you know what? Even another thing is that, you know, with the Green Book's Best Picture speech, it's like, oh, we could have not done this movie without Viggo Mortensen. It's like,
oh my god, that's sick of me.
Throwing out this whole white savior bullshit into our faces. It's just baffling.
Okay, but you know what's worse? You know what's worse about that? This is whenever I was literally just like, screw Green Book and everything it's about. This whole controversy has been about Don Shirley, right? And how they didn't portray him correctly. And if they won Oscars, they could have addressed that, and they never thanked. They never thanked Don Shirley. They never talked about his family. They never brought They were like, yeah, Tony Lip, he's our guy. And
they were like, Viggo is the only reason that this movie exists.
And Marshall just standing up there like,
I heard they said that because Mahershala won the Oscar and they didn't want Viggo to feel bad.
Well,
it's still dumb.
They should be whoa, Jesus.
Oh my god.
They had to know what that sounded like. It was awful.
Peter Farrelly sounded like Donald Trump.
Did you guys know
doing that speech?
Do you guys know that the Green Book is such an atrocious piece of garbage, right? That Marshall Ali actually called up the family of Don Shirley to apologize for being in it. Have you seen this? This is real.
What a gentleman.
Oh my god, I love Marshall.
Yeah. So like you can just tell whenever even Marshall won his Best Supporting Actor, he's just uncomfortable. It's amazing.
Yeah. I was thinking he actually won his Oscar for his role in Into the Spider-Verse. Just saying.
He was in Into the Spider-Verse?
Tristan.
Yeah, he played, oh my god, Tristan.
He played the uncle.
Oh yeah, that makes sense.
Also, you know,
I'm sorry, I'm back.
Yeah, that's okay. You know,
was I cut off?
Yeah, a little bit. Anyways, as I was saying,
wait, can I finish what I was saying then?
No, I was about to say at one point. You know, I really want. You know, we all know about the whole, you know, La La Land Moonlight dispute that they even try to want to constantly throw at our faces at the commercials now at this point. But like, I was really desperately hoping that they actually did it this year with, you know, Green Book. It's like, no, wait, no, you did not win. It's Roma.
That would have capped the perfect train wreck that was that Academy Awards season if they had done that.
I was talking about if you saw their faces when Green Book won. Did you see Mahershala's face?
Yeah,
his face went completely cold. He was like, I don't want to be here. I don't want this to happen.
I want to be going after Roma.
This to happen.
Roma deserves more.
Right. I was hoping that he would take the stage and be like, no, you're the winner of that picture.
I thought Black Klansman was going to win it based on how the night.
I would have loved if Black Klansman won.
I would have not Black Klansman winning.
I would have loved it.
I would have loved that too.
And I think Spike Lee
winning Best Director. That would be cool too.
I love that Spike Lee was able to make himself so relevant this award show. Like, dude, he just stood out. It was awesome. He was so cool.
He showed up. He showed up and he owned it.
Yeah.
Every single regard. Him looking like Waluigi. I mean, that was incredible. I mean, Waluigi Prince Resurrection.
Okay.
With a little hat.
I would definitely.
It was amazing.
It was amazing. It was by far the best. One of the top 3. But I think the one award I was so shocked, but I was so happy that she won, and that was Olivia Colman for Best Actress.
Oh my God! Yeah.
I was thrilled. So thrilled when they
happy.
I was
so happy.
That was the best speech of the entire night. That speech
was
so thrilled. I was so thrilled because I was like, this Oscars is not doing anything for me.
Yeah, the favorite is. I thought the favorite was going to get ring with nothing.
And then that happened. And then that happened, and I was like, holy fuck, this is incredible.
I feel the same way. I was ready to. Glenn Close was going to. We all knew Glenn Close was.
I thought Glenn Close was a done deal. I thought.
Yeah, no question. She pretty much won almost every award. Well, except for like the BAFTAs and stuff. That Coleman also won that. But like I was when they were going to say, and the Oscar goes to. I'm going to say, all right, here we go. Glenn Close, 3, 2, 1, and then he said Olivia Colman. I was like, what the fuck? The favorite won something. The favorite won something, and I was like screaming. I was like nearly in tears. I was like, calm me down. I was like, oh my God, this is amazing. I cannot believe this is real. Like, wow.
Damn,
that was a steal, Haydn. Jeez.
I know. I was so happy because she was my pick for to win. She was my pick to win. I was like, there's nothing I want in these awards to actually win.
I literally gasped when that happened. I was like, whoa. And then I was like, that's pretty cool.
It was like, pretty cool, and she gave a great speech, but I still think she's a supporting actress.
I do too, but I don't even care at this point.
But come on.
We don't have to debate that. Let's not debate that.
Yeah. I don't even care at this point. I agree with you, Tristan, but I'm like, whatever. She did a great job, and the rest of the night was such a disaster of who they awarded. I'm like, Olivia Colman deserves a statue. So
Yeah, and her speech was so great.
It was so great. So was Regina King. Regina King is the best.
Oh, Regina King.
Word, she's a class act.
Oh, she is.
Yeah.
She is. She's so good.
Sweet.
She's so good that I forgot she was even at the Oscars.
Yeah. Honestly.
What?
It was a hologram the whole time.
Well, she was the first person awarded.
Literally throughout the whole entire night, I was so filled with rage that Regina didn't even cross my mind the entire time.
Oh my God.
But at least Alfonso won another directing award. And you know, one of the greatest parts of the night that gave me chills is whenever Del Toro gave him his Oscar. I was like,
oh my God.
Good old Mexico.
I loved it. That
was so good.
Moments. And then Samuel Jackson and
also my two cinematic dads are giving each other awards.
It was like the funny thing is that there was like the reactions between Brie Larson and Samuel L. Jackson when they were like the reaction when they said Green Book won Best Original Screenplay. They were like, wait, what?
You know, part of me actually wanted Spike Lee to win Best Director.
And then of course Samuel L. Jackson and then you could tell he was so happy that Spike.
Oh yeah, it was so great
because. Every time he talked, I was like, "This guy is glorious. Like he is a treasure."
Spike Lee
and we should treasure him because he is one of the best directors that has lived.
I need to see Do the Right Thing so badly.
Do the Right Thing is so
oh my God,
good.
It's amazing.
Yeah. It's amazing. It broke me down. Like by the time it ended, it broke me down in much better ways, even more harder than Black Klansman did.
My favorite Spike Lee movie is still Crooklyn. And I've seen again. So good, guys.
Of course, your favorite is Crooklyn.
Have you seen Crooklyn?
It would. Yes.
Crooklyn is like Cheaper by the Dozen meets Do the Right Thing meets Hey Arnold.
I thought you were going to say Cheaper by the Dozen with black people, and I was about to get out.
Wait, what?
I thought Brooklyn.
I totally thought
I don't remember
Tristan.
Brooklyn being directed by Spike Lee.
I totally thought you were about to say Crooklyn is like Cheaper by the Dozen with black people, and I was about to go insane.
Oh my god. Oh my god.
Oh my god.
Oh my god.
Good night, everybody.
This is Steve Martin.
Oh my god.
Oh, it's so good. This is what this award season has broken us down to.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, Into the Spider-Verse and First Man won their awards, so
yeah, that's
yay.
cool. Oh, whenever First Man won, I was so happy. I was like, heck.
Me too.
My family was like, oh, Avenger should have won, and I'm like, shh, First Man was really good.
Like, the fact that First Man did not get barely any love during this award season, and just seeing that winning visual effects, at least me, they at least recognize
Take Bohemian Rhapsody and Green Book out. Take Bohemian Rhapsody and Green Book out. Put Beetle Street and First Man instead. Come on.
Trust me, you do not want me to be in charge of the Academy and their nominations, because I would put a whole bunch of shit in there.
And nobody knows
in there.
What?
I would put Cold War in there.
How's the deck built?
Maybe.
I would
Burning probably.
I love
for you.
I love the House of Jack built, but
Isle of Dogs.
I'd keep the same nominations, but
Paddington 2 should have been nominated for all 8 slots.
Yeah, it should have been nominated for Best Picture. Like, come on.
Can you imagine? Best Picture, Paddington 2, Paddington 2, Paddington 2, and the winner is
love that.
Paddington 2, and then someone goes, man, Paddington 2 was robbed.
What is this like? And the winner is Green Book.
That would be so horrible if they did that.
I could even sense the disgust on Julia Roberts' face when she read.
Oh, she's like
Green Book.
Green Book.
Yeah.
And then you got Chadwick Boseman turning to Michael B. Jordan. Like, God, he should.
He's like turning at the camera like Jim or Ben, for Parks and Rec.
Yeah.
You know what someone should make? An edit, and whenever she reads Green Book and they all come up, the Seinfeld theme starts playing.
No, have you seen
and then Peter Farrelly does the fucking peace sign.
Oh my god!
Peace sign. That was so annoying. Come on, lay off.
Just fuck off.
Lay off.
Wait, do you guys hate Peter Farrelly?
Yes.
Yes.
But Dumb and Dumber? Dumb and Dumber, the best movie ever made?
No.
Oh.
Dumb and Dumber solved world peace in third world countries.
Thanks, Peter Farrelly. Thanks for flashing your dick. Now we all love you.
Yeah, and here's the moral of the story, people. It doesn't matter if you're a pedophile or you shove dicks to women. You could still win Best Picture of the Oscars if your movie's about
granted, in the Me Too movement,
The Me Too movement.
When fucking James Franco didn't even get nominated last year because, of this minor incident.
And he was accused. Later they figured out that didn't even happen.
You got dick flashers. Dick flashers winning Best Picture, and pedophiles.
Did you know that
off of the movie?
Did you know the James Franco thing wasn't even true?
Yeah.
They ended up finding out that it wasn't true, and then the case kind of fell off. But
same thing happened to Ryan Seacrest.
Yeah, Ryan Seacrest was not.
Well, so why was he not nominated? Was he not nominated because of the incident?
No, I just think people didn't really care about his performance that much, just because it's more.
I liked his performance.
I loved it.
He won a ton of Golden Globe. Yeah,
but I don't know. I feel like I loved his performance, but I don't know. I couldn't see the Academy really loving it.
That's so bizarre. I don't know about that. That's really bizarre.
Yeah.
But even Jake Gyllenhaal didn't get in for Stronger. It was Denzel for that.
Stronger was a terrible film. So good.
Stronger wasn't that like companion Stronger.
I didn't see it.
I didn't see for Good Time.
Stronger was so bad.
Yeah, but Jake Gyllenhaal was awesome in that movie.
Oh, he was great in that film. He was great. I'm not saying that he
the scene in Stronger where I screamed. I literally screamed because of how much I disliked it.
Can we just appreciate that the director of Stronger also made Pineapple Express and Halloween? That's the weird. That's
talk about a terrible filmography. Talk about a terrible filmography. But anyway, in Stronger, there was a scene whenever this guy has lost his legs, right? And in this terrible incident, and he's in his bed, and he falls down on the floor, and he's like in pain, so they hear him moaning, and his mom goes, "Oh, he's just masturbating," and I'm like, "Are you kidding me?" I screamed. I was like, "Your son just lost his legs, and he's moaning, and that's the first thing you assume is going to happen. It's probably sore. Like, come on."
Yeah, that's like stupid.
What the crap is that?
Like, that was weird.
Such a terrible movie. I could go on about Stronger. I hate that movie so much.
Yeah, but we're not here. Well, let's keep it on track.
Oh, can we talk about Happy Death Day 2 later? Because I want to tear into that.
I want to talk about that.
It is one of the worst movies I've probably ever seen. It is abysmal. I cannot believe it.
Let's wrap up the Oscars thing because we want to talk about some good stuff.
Yeah, but I'd like to talk about the speech that made me very upset.
What speech?
The Vice speech. The makeup and hairstyling.
Wait. I forget. What was that speech?
So basically, 3 people went up, and I have no idea what they were thinking. It was almost like they've never seen an awards show before. And they were all like fighting over the mic, and they started playing the music on full blast after like 3 minutes. And they still were up there just listing off names and fighting over the mic.
Oh my god.
Was it the 3 older people?
Yeah.
Was it the 3 old?
Oh my god.
Oh, and the other bad one was the free solo speech when they didn't thank the rock climber.
Oh yeah, and
like,
you didn't even let him even speak.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. I was like,
that was bad.
Let the freaking free soloist actually speak. He literally risked his life for your freaking movie.
Yeah, right. Like, you filmed him. You only filmed him. He almost fell to his death.
You're like, we want to thank his girlfriend and his mom, but they didn't say anything. He climbed the freaking mountain.
Yeah. What did this girlfriend and mother do? Did they support?
She made the movie even more interesting. But.
The girlfriend didn't even really support him that much. She was like, "Are you sure you wanted to?" Which, like, same. That's an insane thing to do, and no one should try it. Sorry.
Yeah.
But the guys.
I also mentioned Green Book.
I like the filmmaker is very good. He's very good filmmaker.
I also really like pasta, but I have to thank the chef.
Green Book mentions also making a shout out to Carrie Fisher for some reason.
Yeah, why? Why was that?
Why?
Wait, what?
They gave a shout out to Carrie Fisher.
Why? What does that have to do with Green Book? What does that have to do with race relations in the 60s? So you think Carrie Fisher and you don't think Don Shirley. You don't think Mahershala Ali. Thank you very much, Peter Farrelly.
If I ever win,
your white ass is done.
If I ever win an award for something, I'm just gonna be like, "Thanks, Vin Diesel," and not explain myself.
Why Carrie Fisher though?
It's so weird.
I don't know.
Was she a part of Tony Lip?
She's dead, Tristan. They'd have to dig her out in order for her to be Tony Lip.
Like Donald Trump when he was reciting this fucking speech.
Carrie Fisher is rolling in her grave right now.
Peter Farrelly looks like Will Ferrell and
Donald Trump.
Jeff Bridges had a baby.
Okay, that's fair. Oh, my sister said he looked like
Donald Trump.
My sister said that Peter Farrelly looks like the 99-cent version of Jeff Bridges. You can see
it. Like the Kentucky Fried Chicken version of Jeff Bridges.
Oh my god.
No,
yeah,
like Jeff
Bridges. He looks like the Kentucky Fried Chicken guy, that's for sure.
Jeff Bridges is like Chipotle, and Peter Farley is like that Chipotle wannabe that's across the street that probably has fish instead of chicken, and it like smells a little bit, you know? I don't know where I was going with
basically,
that. Moe's. No.
So
that's better.
basically,
it's Moe's. What? Sorry.
So basically, Peter Farrelly is Popeyes, and Jeff Bridges is KFC.
I don't know. All fried chicken.
No, Popeyes is so much better than KFC.
All fried chicken places are gross. So there you go. I don't like fried chicken.
Okay, so then reverse it. I don't really eat fried chicken from places.
Yeah, I don't like fried chicken.
I don't really either.
Yeah, you people love the fried chicken, you know?
You people love
I'll compare like this.
Winner, by the way. Over the favorite. There you go. Nick Vallelonga.
I'll say this is
it. Nick Vallelonga.
Guess
who wrote the racist anti-Muslim tweet in 2015? Nick Vallelonga. There you go.
Oscar's so white. Peter Farley with the douchebag peace sign.
Jeff Bridges is Best Buy, and Peter Farley is Circuit City.
What Circuit City?
Oh, it's an American chain that went out of business like years ago because I tried to copy Best Buy and it just wasn't as good.
This is already the best podcast episode.
Oh my god! I told you this was going to be such a fun podcast.
Or no, this is better, right? Jeff Bridges is Walgreens and Peter Farley is CVS Pharmacy.
No.
Also, Jeff Bridges is channeled and Peter Farley is Walmart.
Yeah.
Did you see? Okay, so there was that guy. Did you see his face? He was like frowning the whole time. The Justice or whatever. The
one Screenwriters.
No. The guy who. No, not Ruth Bader Ginsburg. The guy who.
Was she even there?
The guy who did the preview for Green Book, the historical figure.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
He was like some
He was like the governor or something. Or
yeah, he's a politician.
I feel like an idiot. I feel like an idiot for not knowing.
The girl from The Hate You Give was next to him. That was cool.
Oh, that was her?
Yeah.
I was wondering the whole night. I'm like, she looks familiar, but I had no idea who she was.
Having him present the Green Book thing is just kind of an insult, by the way.
Yeah.
It's also an insult to her. She deserved to be nominated for The Hate You Give. She was so good in that movie.
The Hate You Give was honestly probably a better deserving Oscar nomination than Green Book and Bohemian Rhapsody. And Vice and The Favourite.
I like The Hate You Give so much more, but I still think it's not that good.
I haven't seen it.
That was great. I loved it.
I haven't seen it.
I wanted to see it, but it was in theaters for like 2 seconds. So
yeah, it didn't do that well.
Yeah, I thought that movie was gonna get some nominations.
Oh
yeah, at the beginning of award season, I was like, this movie's gonna crack on fire. You know,
it fell right under
no expectation. At the beginning of the season, I had no expectation for Green Book. That movie just popped up out of nowhere.
It really did.
Yeah, raspy. I thought
this movie was just gonna.
I just remember Tristan telling me this movie called Green Book won Best Audience Choice over The Favourite and If Beale Street Could Talk at TIFF. I was like, "What the crap is that?"
The Favourite wasn't insane.
Yeah, it won the Audience Choice, right?
Yeah, but the Favourite wasn't at TIFF.
I thought I said Beale Street.
No. Beale Street was, yeah. Beale Street came in second place,
so
and Roma came in third.
Oh.
Which is weird, because A Star Is Born was like the one with the giant lineups and stuff. And Life itself
what was The Star Is Born? What was The Star Is Born? Was that the fourth one?
No, there is
They only do 3.
Yeah.
What? So why was The Star Is Born there?
I don't know. I think people loved easy to please, safe films about racism in a year full of films that had to do with racism in much better ways, like Black Klansman and Blind Spotting, and Sorry to Fire You, even Black Panther 3.
You know what? My best actor.
If Beale Street Could Talk.
My best actor.
my best actor, Bradley Cooper, did not win.
Yes.
Yeah.
That was so sad.
Yeah, I feel bad for Bradley Cooper during this award.
Yeah, I'm gonna reel. Also, just the best actor in any category this year was just weak. Like,
yeah, it was. It was disappointing too.
They were so weak. So weak. I mean,
yeah.
I think like, but here's the thing. Here's the thing. I feel like Rami Malek and Christian Bale are like two performances of capturing people, right? Like real figures, and one of them is showing the way you do it, and one of them is showing the way you kind of don't, and the one that you don't won. Because you can say whatever you want about Vice, but Christian Bale is almost to Daniel Day-Lewis almost methods of acting at this point.
Yeah,
he engulfs his character.
Right, exactly.
And
exactly. And you need to.
And Rami Malek's is putting on like buck teeth and walking around and putting an accent on, and apparently
that's literally fucking it.
And I think
literally that's what he does.
Actually, it won so many awards because people tricks its audience into thinking, "Wow, this movie's amazing because it has Queen in it." And in reality, it sucks so bad, and like. Mm-hmm. That's why people say, "Wow, this movie's amazing."
This is Eddie Redmayne all over again.
Eddie
Redmayne deserves.
I really liked Eddie Redmayne in that movie. I didn't even.
I loved The Theory of Everything.
Nominated that year and won.
The Theory of Everything's so underrated.
I don't love The Theory of Everything, but I think he did a good job. But I also think that Michael Keaton definitely should have won.
Yeah, Alden.
I was Team Eddie Redmayne for I was really rooting for him.
You know who else I was really rooting for?
Who?
Roma to win Best Picture, but it didn't happen.
Yeah! Everyone rooting for Roma to win Best Picture, yet the Academy is so dumb to give it to a bland piece of garbage like Green Book.
I think the reason it didn't win is because of Netflix. I'll be completely honest.
Maybe it's because of the bias of Netflix. And maybe
I just think that the Academy, for what it is, really has this bias against foreign films, really does. I think it's completely evident with how Roma performed, because look, they were
it got nominated for 10 Oscars though.
Netflix pulled through with Ballad of Buster Scruggs at least, right?
Yeah,
no one expected that movie to get an adapted screenplay now.
Yeah, but it was kind of nice. It was nice to see it.
I mean, it was nice, but did it deserve a nomination?
I'm not sure.
But you could tell they really appreciated the craft of it, and it's a Netflix movie. So, I think Netflix. I think that it is something of a strong. Thing against it, whereas it's like a Netflix movie, and people don't really want to nominate a streaming movie because they don't think it's a quote unquote real movie, But also people are just still white and xenophobic, and it's a problem, and it's been a problem, and it's a problem.
It'll always be a problem unless we do something about it.
And it's a problem that, if you don't do anything about it, it's going to stay that way. And I hope it doesn't stay.
But I genuinely believe it mostly has to do with a Netflix bias, because I think theaters are literally afraid that Netflix is going to take over, and they don't want to start giving Netflix the awards because they don't have to consider them real movies.
Maybe
the thing with the AMC AMC thing where AMC didn't include Roma on their list of movies.
Oh, and Regal did that same thing too.
Yeah, I think that's very apparent that they're not into, which they're going to have to get over that because Martin Scorsese's releasing a movie on Netflix next year, and he's one of the.
And he's that's going to be the biggest. That's going to be the biggest Oscar contender next year.
I hope it is.
Quentin Tarantino movie. Look, Quentin Tarantino and Martin Scorsese are released the same.
That's this year. It's going to be crazy.
And neither one of them are going to be as good as How to Train Your Dragon 3, but that's besides the point.
Which is our next topic. Let's move on.
Oh, do you want to transition? All right. Let's talk about some movies from the week that we have seen. So I'm going to name some off, and whoever has seen them, we'll talk about them, and we'll keep this going. So first,
I think all three of us have. Well, 3 out of the 4 of us have seen How to Train Your Dragon 3.
You want to start there?
Well, let him name off the movies, Haydn.
Okay.
Alright.
So here's some movies that I think we could talk about. How to Train Your Dragon, right? Did we talk about Lego Movie yet?
I haven't seen Lego Movie. I feel
like we did.
Okay.
I feel like we did.
Wait, no, we haven't actually. We didn't actually rate it and stuff though. I think we just briefly, we didn't do a full review.
Okay.
I think.
So we'll do How to Train Your Dragon, Lego Movie, Alita Battle Angel.
Let's do Alita Battle Angel.
Okay. Can Miles and I talk about Happy Death Day too? Because I really want to rant.
Yeah, and then Kim Possible.
Yeah.
Kim Possible.
And fighting with my family.
Fighting with my family.
We gotta do that.
Okay.
Yeah.
That seems like a solid.
I haven't seen that though.
Okay. Tristan and I will just talk about how it's mediocre, and that's it. Unfortunately, guys, it's mediocre.
You can get that over with since.
Okay. So here we go. First off, How to Train Your Dragon 3. Our boy Tristan here still hasn't seen it because he's a dingus, so we got to keep the spoiler free.
Yeah, I don't know how you haven't seen it.
Yeah, how you not?
I went to the theater on Friday and I saw fighting with my family.
Tristan!
I have to wait for my brother. That's why.
Tell your brother to get his priorities checked and go see How to Train Your Dragon 3 because it's a masterpiece and probably the best movie of the year. I'm talking about overall.
Okay, it is too early to say that it's the best movie
because we're still in February.
But for now, it is my favorite.
I can say it's probably my favorite of the year. Really,
and it's probably the best animated movie of the year.
Mm-hmm. It's probably the best animated movie of a few years, in all honesty.
But Frozen 2 is coming out, and that looks.
Frozen 2 looks really good. Right. We've discussed this. It looks really
good. Frozen 2 looks good, but we've discussed that already.
Yeah. But
I doubt it's gonna be better than How to Train Your Dragon.
Yeah.
But I mean 3. Fuck.
Yeah,
I just think there's a sequence in How to Train Your Dragon 3, and I saw it in theaters, and just today actually, I'm still kind of processing it. But there's a sequence in that movie where they go into the hidden world. And it just took my breath away.
I feel the exact same way.
It is.
This is just gorgeous.
It is. You know Pandora. You know Pandora in the Avatar movie. You know Pandora in the Avatar movie. You know James Cameron's Avatar movie. You know Pandora.
Yes.
It's that level of neat. It's that level of awe.
Yeah.
It's beautiful.
If not better.
It's that level of awe.
It's that level of awe, and the movie's actually good.
Not to mention
the artistry, the visual movement of the camera is so beautiful, and it's every single aspect of that. The whole sequence is just.
DreamWorks wiped Disney and Pixar's floor, with How to Train Your Dragon 3 and Incredibles 2. They just kicked it on the floor and they're mopping them.
Not to mention the visual, the visual artistry has been done by Roger Deakins, which says a lot to his beauty of its visual.
Yeah. Oh, it's so gorgeous. Mm-hmm. It's so gorgeous.
And I also love the fact that
I will admit, I think there's one character that really fucking annoyed me in the movie.
Are you talking about the one that's in love with the girl every single movie?
Like Jonah Hill's character?
Yeah, is that Jonah Hill's or is that Christopher Mintz-Plasse?
The one girl that really annoyed the fuck out of the main villain.
Oh yeah, but she's supposed to be annoying.
I guess she's supposed to be annoying.
Yeah, she got on my nerves.
I actually loved that How to Train Your Dragon
and that
3.
one kid. I think those are the only faults I have with it. I think the rest of it is gorgeous, and the ending is so beautiful.
Oh, the ending.
Completely fair.
I did not expect how the ending played out. Really, I did not expect anything of that ending to play out. It broke me down to tears.
To be completely fair, I believe that the side characters in How to Train Your Dragon 3 are supposed to be kind of annoying and bratty like that because they're Viking kids. It's kind of set up in the first movie that for instance, Miles, you go to school every day, right? How many kids do you see that are that freaking annoying? It's probably a bunch of kids, right?
Oh yeah, I feel the same.
Yeah, you know what I mean?
Yeah. Sure.
If they were all like that, that'd be great. But of course, Hiccup is a really nice, compelling character, and so is Astrid. And those are the two people that we're really needing to focus on. So that's good.
I also love the mother too, who was in the second.
I felt definitely. I felt like something that you could definitely see in both of these movies, but especially apparent in this movie, is some of the ways it's been influenced by different anime. and I definitely felt How to Train Your Dragon 3 had My Neighbor Totoro elements to it, as in the movie would like stop dead in its tracks just to focus on environment instead of propelling a plot along, and it worked so well. It was so nice. It was so cool. Like, they didn't have to, like... of course, they have, like, this big evil villain come in that's a dragon keeper. He was actually really menacing, though.
Yeah, he was kind of a fun
It comes to a pretty neat showdown, but I love that it wasn't about him.
He was a fun villain.
Yeah, it wasn't about him.
Villain.
That was something that I had an issue with How to Train Your Dragon 2, is how much focus they put on the stupid villain. Like, it wasn't about him. This is what we're about. We're about the dragons. We're about seeing this world, and it's about the story about... kind of, I mean, it's very much in the same vein of, like, Stand By Me or Toy Story 3. It's kind of a story about loss of innocence in several ways, you know?
Hello?
Yeah. Oh, yeah, we're here. Yeah,
okay, sorry. Might have cut out for a second.
Yeah. I mean, also, I did not expect, like I said earlier, I did not expect how that ending was played out. And I won't say why because of Tristan, but, like, that ending, when that came, it broke me down emotionally.
I will say, are you talking about the very, very end, or like
towards the very, very end? Like after like
very heartbreaking.
I will say that I kind of saw the end coming, but the very, very end was a very nice surprise. That I thought was
lovely.
There's an image.
I just thought that you know, it was just one of the best animated movies I've seen in years.
And I wouldn't even argue it's like one of the best.
I haven't seen an animated film that hit me that hard in a while. You know, like especially.
Okay. So at the end of How to Train Your Dragon, there's a scene, and it involves a ship, right?
Oh yeah.
That's what I know I'm talking about. There's a simple image.
Spoiler.
There's a simple image of a hand reaching out. And it alludes back to the first How to Train Your Dragon. I've seen that movie like 20 million times, right? And a motif from the score from the first movie came on, and it was like this perfect like tie ribbon, like a bookend, a tie ribbon. It was a perfect bookend.
And everything.
That hit me harder than anything else. I was just like, I was done. I was like, holy crap, this movie is good. So yeah, can we give a final score?
Wait, I don't want to say anything, but when characters are falling, that segment, okay,
yeah, I know what you mean.
Yeah.
Anyways, let's give it our scores. So,
I'm going 9 out of 10.
All right, how about you, Miles?
Oh God, I'm debating between 4.5 and 5 out of 5. If I want to go 5 out of 5, that would be my first 5 out of 5 of the year. But also, I think I'm just going to have it at a 4.5 for now.
All right, so a 9 out of 10.
I just stick with a 9 out of 10.
And I am going.
It's really good.
I'm going to go with the full big 10 out of 10. It is one of my favorite movies of the decade, not even just of this year. Like, I think it is brilliant in every way. Every conceivable way. So, we'll go to Alita Battle Angel.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Tristan, describe this movie for us.
Hey, this is like What the Flick.
Yeah.
Okay. So, Alita Battle Angel is based on a manga that I think was written in like the 1980s, and it is directed by the director of one of the best movie series of all time.
I feel like we have talked about this before.
We have.
No, we haven't.
Oh, okay.
Anyways, it's directed by the director of Spy Kids.
And Peter
Rodriguez.
And it is
produced by James Cameron.
Exactly. And basically it's about a robot who is basically recovered from this scientist played by what's his name?
Christoph Waltz.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. And basically she's in this world where she's in Iron City, which is below this bigger city called Gollum or something. And the movie's basically about her trying to figure out who she is and falling in love with this guy and playing this sport called motorball.
In love.
Yeah, that's my best my best attempt to describe this plot.
Alita Battle Angel was astonishingly okay.
That is
that's what I felt. I thought it wasn't that good. And the more I think about it, the more I'm like, yeah, this movie wasn't that good. It actually wasn't good at all.
Out of all of us, I think I liked it the most, right?
Haydn really liked it.
I really liked it. I mean, is it perfect? No, it's not. I think there are elements, particularly with the romance between Alita and this guy who I swear looks like he was from one of those Vine stars.
That guy looks like just a piece of white bread. He's so boring.
I think it's quite boring and quite bad, and the beginning is so it's just so bland and parts of it are inspired.
I'm going to disagree with you. I like the beginning. I like the first 40 minutes. I think it gets
the
boring.
opening is I really like how it plays it sets up the world and
and I was like, oh, this is a neat world. She looks cool.
I like that.
Yeah, she looks cool. The world elements are neat. The world building, this entire visual flair is cool.
The utilizing,
but the visual flair.
I like the motorball sequences. I thought those were
the motorball sequences was a lot of fun.
This movie reminds me a lot of Tron. I feel like it's a lot like
especially Tron Legacy. I can see that a little bit.
Yeah,
it also reminds me of Phantom. Not
Phantom.
Ooh, this movie slaps.
Phantom Menace a little bit.
Yeah,
better than the script was weak.
I like it more than Phantom Menace, to be honest.
I thought the script was weak, but I thought the world building on display here was pretty incredible.
So
at least the exposition wasn't quite as bad as Ready Player One. I'll never forget being like, I'm Wade Watson. Look at my world. This is how it functions. It's not quite there, but it is very exposition heavy.
It's a lot like Ready Player One.
I like it. I like it more than Ready Player One.
I don't agree with that. I don't know. Ready Player
One. I agree, but
that's giving it something.
I love Ready Player One.
Yeah, I really like Ready Player One.
I thought it was just enjoyable. It's not great, but I thought it was enjoyable.
Also, can we talk about the last 10 minutes of this film where it just felt hastily rushed?
Yeah.
It had a lot of good closure to it.
It's pretty much all set up for a sequel because they're just at the end they're hey.
I thought I really liked it, and I thought I really liked the ending, and then after 10 minutes I was like, well, nope.
Yeah, it's a cliffhanger. They leave it on a cliffhanger for a sequel that may never happen.
It's it just doesn't make any sense. Why would they do that? I was so amped up. I was like, they're gonna go up to the Sky City up there, and they're gonna kill the guy, right?
No,
they're gonna kill him. And then, spoilers, by the way.
Well, no, yeah,
they're gonna go up and kill the guy, the eye in the sky. The little guy with the little goggles.
Spoilers, by the
way. Edward Norton.
Yeah, it was like the biggest Edward Norton twist since Fight Club.
Yeah. He didn't even look like Edward Norton. I just thought it was a guy.
They did Fantastic Beasts on us, where Johnny Depp was revealed in the end of the movie. They did the same thing.
Yeah.
Fantastic Beasts, to be honest.
And also,
I was not anticipating a sequel. I was not anticipating a sequel to this movie, and also, I mean, if I were to have known that this movie were to have a sequel, I would have just been like, "This is not fucking worth it."
I don't know.
I want to see it in closure, I want to see because
and then maybe
like this. I was so amped up. I was like, "Oh, this is gonna be a fucking badass second half." She's gonna go up to the upper city and she's gonna kill everyone.
The villain
guy.
How do you make
2 hours
and it just never?
I wanted.
And then it just never happened.
Yeah, it just kind of happened. And also, we never really see much closure off from Christoph Waltz's character or anybody else.
How do you?
They didn't really show about the end of the movie, and after her boyfriend died, they just cut to her to the motorball thing.
Dude, Brett, you gotta put spoilers on here.
Spoilers alert. So,
I think at the ending, I was just like, I was audibly saying this. I was like, "Is this it?" I just felt very mixed up.
I will say, I thought the villains here were the most boring, bland villains I'd seen in movies in a while, and it was surprising. I'm like, how do you make Jennifer Connelly and Marshall Ali boring? And they did it, man. They really did it. It was insane.
Yeah, they did
and
it.
that
They
one
did
big
it.
dude,
did.
you know that one big dude with like all like the knives or whatever that was like really weird looking. I hated that guy. He was so boring looking. Oh
yeah,
no.
Yeah, not in.
It was just also I know it's James Cameron's thing, and I know it's Robert Rodriguez's thing, but just the overuse of CGI kind of bothered me.
I thought it looked great.
I thought it looked really cool too. I think that's the only thing.
I just don't like when directors use CGI that much.
It's just all style and no substance, but the style's cool enough to where I was entertained enough. But it's not going to be anything I remember.
I can feel it that way.
I think the design of Alita just kind of bothered me, and I just was
big eye?
I just turned off.
Well, what I liked about the movie, what I liked so much about the movie that no other anime adaptation has done, is it really embraced that it's anime. Like, it was so in your face about it. And I really liked that about it.
I think it's easily one of the best anime adaptations we've had.
Yeah, I'd say it's
faint praise, but certainly up there.
I mean, nothing will top Speed Racer because Speed Racer is a masterpiece.
But is Speed Racer really an anime adaptation?
Yes, it's an anime.
Yes. It's an anime adaptation.
No. It wasn't. But it wasn't an anime adaptation.
Yes, it is. I have the Speed Racer anime.
It was adapted from. It was based off an anime.
Yeah, it's based off an anime.
No. But the original TV show from the 60s.
Yeah, it was based off a TV show that was based off of basically an anime.
But
you count Scott Pilgrim?
The TV show was in the 60s.
Do you count Scott Pilgrim as an anime remake, since it's literally an anime aesthetic comic that was written by a Canadian?
Yes. It's like that. Yeah, it's like an Avatar. It's not actually anime. It was just based. It was like inspired by anime.
Anyways, Alita Battle Angel gets a 6.5 out of 10. I'll do that.
Yeah, probably somewhere between 7 and 8.
Go for something.
Number though, so we have to like calculate the
I'll say 7.
7. Okay.
2 out of 5.
What?
I don't go.
That's like a 4 out of 10.
4 out of 10.
For me, I thought you said 2 out of 10. I was like, yo, you did not like that.
I'll give it 7.8. I thought it was really good.
All right. Let's totaling that real quick.
It was worth my $8 for the 3D. The 3D was cool.
It's my favorite of the year so far.
No, I have not seen Lego Movie 2.
What?
Well,
favorite of the year.
I've only seen 10 movies.
Okay.
And I haven't seen How to Train Your Dragon.
Man, that'll end up being your favorite of the year.
Yeah, I just updated now. It's actually now it topped Glass. I just went back and edited in my Letterboxd list.
Good. That average is a 7.1. I think I did that math correctly. And the average for How to Train Your Dragon, by the way, was a 9.3.
Nice.
Yeah.
Great.
So, next up, let's talk about the other animated movie that's out, the Lego Movie 2. We discussed this briefly.
So
okay,
sad.
We discussed this briefly. I'll say about the Lego Movie 2 is that I enjoyed it. I thought it was a fun time. I don't think it just sticks as well as the original for me. It doesn't, like, the original felt like such a new breath fresh of air. I don't even know what I just said. But
no, I understand what you're saying.
Yeah, I felt like the original one was just such a unique thing and such a poignant thing that this one tries to replicate the success of that a lot, and it certainly does play with a lot of new elements, and I did enjoy that, but it definitely felt more watered down to its kid audience than the first one was, which is why I don't think it's quite resonating in the box office as well. I think it certainly feels more like a dumbed down for kids type of movie. And
not like the way they was.
I loved a lot of the jokes. I thought the characters were fun. I thought it was interesting the dynamics they have with the siblings and their different perspectives. But I just don't think it's quite as memorable as the first one. But I still really liked it. It's my second favorite of the year. So, if that or Glass, I switch them back and forth a lot. So, anyways,
well, here I did like it. I mean, I liked it a lot. I just didn't think it was. I thought, look, there were some parts of it that I thought were more or less rehashes of the first movie that it just didn't work. And it wasn't as original, and there were more live action scenes which kind of discredited the whole notion, the fact that because in the first one the live action scenes meant so much more, and they were used so much more sparingly. Yeah. And in this movie it just seemed like, oh, we're gonna do this again.
And this is like the third Lego movie that's done that.
I did like. I didn't do Lego Batman, but I did think that
Lego Batman was
this
good
movie. Yeah, I didn't see it. But I thought this movie had good elements. I mean, I liked. There were parts of it that I thought were, very unique, and it's still very innovative, and it still does shit that I'm just like, whoa, like how do they do that, So I think that was more or less the initial reaction I had, where I really did like it, but at the same time, I was very overwhelmed, and upon looking at it, I'm
Is it better or worse than Serenity?
I totally zoned out. I was just looking at Lego creations. I totally forgot we were talking.
Miles.
Also, I began watching Vox Lux, and the opening scene is quite shocking.
Yeah, I know, right? Vox Lux is so good.
I don't know how you like that. How do you like it?
Dude, it's like...
It's totally not your movie. Oh my god. I am so blown by that. It's like the most disturbing thing I've ever seen.
I'm just taking that clip. How do you like that? And
Dude,
putting it on everything.
I don't know how Tristan likes Vox Lux and hates The Favor. Like, how? I don't get it.
I'm messed up.
You are messed up.
We need to take him to a psych ward.
Here, the opening was very unsettling.
It's so disturbing, isn't it? Yeah.
It's not the shooting, right? I've heard. I haven't seen.
It's like you're smiling and laughing. Like, it's so disturbing.
We're being edgy, no.
You're like the goth kid at school that plays Magic the Gathering.
It's like I didn't get to see it in theaters because it only played for a week in Chicago, like dead ass, like a fucking week.
Yeah.
But
I can't wait to see you guys rant about Happy Death Day 2.
I think the opening credits are really cool too.
Yeah.
That's all I got. Very stylized.
Tristan, what did you think about the Lego movie? I'm curious.
Oh, the Lego movie? Yeah. You know that song? It's just gonna get stuck inside your head. Yeah, it's still stuck in my head. I thought
you just got it stuck in my head.
I don't like the first. Well, I might now. I should probably watch it again.
Yeah.
But I didn't like the first Lego movie when I first saw it. That was like 5 years ago.
Yeah, you doofus.
I thought this one.
Yeah,
was
you
okay.
ding-a-ling. Sorry.
I think I should probably go back and watch the first one, but this one I felt used a lot of the same humor that they've been using in the Lego, Lego Batman.
Sure.
And it was kind of like an over. Yeah, like the Lego movie kind of revolutionized that like meta humor, or at least brought it back to like pop culture, and kind of influenced movies like Deadpool and that sort of thing. Well, actually, no. I take that back. Deadpool was influenced by the comics.
Yeah, I was going to say, and also Lego movie's way better than Deadpool.
Yeah, I don't think the Lego movie was a very big influence.
Never mind, but no, Lego movie.
Maybe Ready Player One though.
Yeah.
Deadpool wishes it was the Lego movie. In all honesty,
pop culture crossover kind of thing, and I just felt this was kind of like an overabundance of meta humor.
Did someone just hear someone smash a glass against something? I'm concerned. What happened? Did any of you guys hear that?
What?
Did any of you guys just hear someone slam a glass against like a wall?
I did.
I was terrified.
What?
Haydn, you okay?
Yeah, I'm fine. I'm I have to be up really early tomorrow to school.
Oh, okay.
So I kind of want to wrap this up real quick, and I want to hear you guys rant about Happy Death Day 2.
Okay.
Okay. So what do you guys rate?
I might have secretly broken a glass here.
Shoot.
Oh, I am going to give the Lego Movie 2 a 7.5. I thought it was fun.
I'm going to give it a
4 out of 5. I don't know what that is.
Oh, for me,
That's
that's
like
a
8 out of 10.
Yeah, 8 out of 10.
Oh, okay.
So let me...
6, 7.5, and 8 out of 10.
Let's see.
Actually, can I lower my score?
Sure.
Okay, I'm going to give it a 3.5. That's like a
Feels like a 7.
Okay, then it's a 7.5 average. That's easy enough to do. Alright, so, Miles, can we rant about Happy Death Day real quick?
Oh, I can't wait.
Fuck yes.
Alright.
So, popcorn.
Alright.
I almost fell asleep. I didn't know what the fuck was going on. I was like, this movie's too much.
Wait, before you guys say about your thoughts on Happy Death Day 2, why don't you give me your thoughts on the first Happy Death Day?
I think the first Happy Death Day slaps. I think they take an incredibly simple concept and do everything with that concept. I think Jessica Roth completely sells that movie, and it has an incredible sense of pathos that I had no idea would even come from it. I saw it on a whim. I had no desire to see it, and once I watched it, I was like, that was a really entertaining time. I totally think it is this like top tier $5 bin movies at Walmart. Like, it's trash and it's fun. But the sequel, however... What about you, Miles? What did you think of the first one?
Oh. So, the first one is alright. And it wasn't a movie that I was anticipating. I literally looked online and I was like, what is this Happy Death Day movie? And I saw it because of a couple friends who wanted to see it. And I was pleasantly surprised. I thought it was original. And I
gave it a 2 out of 5 on Letterboxd.
What?
You gave it a 2 out of 5 on Letterboxd. I just looked at it.
Oh, did I?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I didn't love it. I didn't think it was that great.
Yeah.
But I saw it over a year ago, so I don't really remember that much about it. But it's just very forgettable, and I'm just like, yeah, I'm over it.
So
Groundhog Day, but horror. But the sequel, however, which is totally unnecessary, which picks off where the last movie ended, which was a day later. I mean, I don't even know what the fuck was happening. I almost fell asleep. I don't know what the fuck was going on. So I was like, where are all these loops and time shit, and what the fuck, I'm lost.
Oh, is it really complicated?
Yes, and there's no reason for it to be
complicated.
There's no reason for it to be. That was the whole... Here, you guys ready for Brett's soapbox rant? I'm gonna stand when I talk about this. So I was really anticipating this movie because I thought it'd be stupid, dumb fun like the first one. And this movie just decides we're going to straight up take ourselves seriously like we're a soap opera on NBC at 2 in the afternoon.
God.
And that matches the production of the entire thing. This movie starts, and you know the I'm sorry if this offends anyone. You know the Asian that's in the movie, in the first one?
Yeah, he's annoying.
He starts the first movie, and he does a trail of events that is so poorly directed, I laughed. Starting, he's like, hoop-de-doop, going on with my day. Oh no, a homeless person's asking me for money. Oh no. And like, he has some of the most wooden acting I've ever seen, and his comedic timing is so off. I was laughing because I was like, who even thought that would work? And so then we get into this movie, and all of a sudden he's like, oh, you know everything that happened in Happy Death Day 1? No, that wasn't just because of a coincidence or this weird thing that happened that made it such a novelty. No, I've been making literally portals that make absolutely no freaking sense that has set you on a time loop that we haven't explained. And instead of destroying this machine, he decides we're going to plug this machine back up. So for some reason, he's like, let's just start this thing. And he starts this thing, and then Tess is sent back to the loop she was originally in. But, you know, maybe I was like, we're back doing the same thing we're doing again. I don't even care if it's the exact same movie. It'll be fun. But no, this is a parallel universe. She has been shifted into a parallel universe where everything happens sort of kind of the same, but things are a little different. And now she's got to figure out how to get back to her universe. But then, no, all of a sudden her mom's alive in this universe. And so she has to go through the same freaking arc she went in the first one of letting go of her mom, even though that was the entire point of the last movie. And this whole movie is so poorly written. It's so dumb. There's literally a scene where she has to commit suicide over and over again, and they play it up like it's a comedy, and she drinks bleach to a Paramore song. I'm not even kidding. It's so freaking bad.
What the crap is this movie? It sounds amazing.
Oh my god! It's like that dumb fun shit I want to be.
It was so incredibly cringy, and I could not believe someone made a movie this stupid and inept in 2018. It will probably get nominated for Best Picture next year. It'll probably get a Best Picture nomination. I don't even know anymore.
It made zero money at the box office.
I know.
Yeah, it's really close.
And then, get this. The freaking end of the movie, there's an end credit scene that's building this up like it's an MCU movie. And it's like, these secret government guys are like, what to do? We built this portal. We're really impressed with it. Let's mess with it.
The end credits to these movies because I don't know if there's an end. I didn't know there was a fucking end credit scene to Suspiria. What the fuck?
I didn't either. I was so bummed when I heard about that. There's gonna be an end credit scene.
What the fuck?
What if there's an end credit scene to Call Me By Your Name too, and it's like, welcome to the Avengers Initiative?
Oh my god.
Peach, it's Peach Man.
Oh no, it'll be Mahershala Ali from Moonlight, and he comes back to life.
That's what the MCU needs. The MCU needs some Timothy Chalamet.
Yeah, and he's going to be Peach Man.
Oh my god. Anyways, back to the
and actually, Timothy Chalamet is actually Harry Osborn. I could see that happening.
Anyways, if you guys can tell, I wasn't really. I didn't like Happy Death Day 2.
I was so bored and so unique. And sorry, I was so bored and so tired and so confused the entire time. I had to step out for a second. I was like, oh god.
Oh, I did too. I definitely walked out at one point.
And then she I came back. And she was fucking killing herself to the fucking Paramore song, and I was like,
what Paramore song was it?
She drinks bleach to Hard Times. It's insane.
Hard Times, really?
Yes. She downed a bottle of bleach to Hard Times from Paramore. This is a real movie. This is a real movie.
That sounds so good.
Yeah, but After Love is such a great album, though. I love Paramore. I'll just say that.
They're amazing. They're one of the best bands working together.
I'm gonna tell you guys, it does. Once Tree is sent back into the loop, it at least becomes more entertaining because they do mess with thematic elements that they end up doing nothing with. The first 20 minutes of this movie, I was like, if it's this bad, I'm walking out. Like, there's no reason for me to stay and watch this whole thing. If it's
so in a strange way, you're still kind of recommending it despite trashing it apart?
No! Absolutely not. Oh, I would watch it on a rabbit with you guys. That's the only way I'd ever watch it again. And I'd watch it as a rabbit with you, and you would listen to
Serenity. I'd watch Serenity on Rabbit with you guys.
Oh, I still want to do that.
We should do that one of these days.
Yeah, that's an amazing movie.
Anyways.
Oh my god. Serenity is so much better. I had so much more fun in Serenity than I did with this movie. And I thought I would have more fun with this movie.
Yeah, I did too.
I heard about that this was being made. I was like, oh, that sounds fun. I'll go see that. And
I walked in expecting a stupid, dumb, fun time, and I was so disappointed. Like, I was so bummed by this one. Can we give it a rating out of 10 now?
Yeah. We kind of have to end it soon because I have to be up for school.
Okay.
2 out of 10 was at a 1 out of 5, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm going to give it a 1.5 out of 10. I hated this movie with every fiber of my being.
That would lead up to...
Yeah, that'd be like a 1.8. So we recommend to go see Happy Death Day 2. Oh, Miles has completely dropped out. Rip. So do you guys want to like save Fighting for My Family for the next podcast?
Yeah.
Sure. Sorry.
We're about to wrap up this broadcast. Unless if Tristan, if you want to say just some quick thoughts about
Fighting with My Family.
Oh yes.
It's up to you, Brett. I'm good with doing it now or next.
You know what? Let's just do it real quick because we're the only two that've seen it, right?
True.
Yeah, we can get through it real quick. There's not much to say about it, really.
Yeah,
I am planning on seeing it.
I think it in the future.
I think Florence Pugh, the main girl, is really good, and she's going to be in both Midsummer and Little Women, so I'm excited for that. But
I saw her first. I saw her in Lady Macbeth. I thought she was very good.
Yeah, she's a great actress.
I thought the movie.
Did you see Lady Macbeth?
I didn't know.
Mm-hmm. I wrote in my review
God, so
that
good.
I think Fighting with My Family is someone's Almost Famous. Like, I literally think that someone will just, like, completely fall in love with this and be charmed by this. But being someone that knows little nothing about wrestling, or really, like, I don't even care about the attitudes towards wrestling, I could have cared less about this movie. Like, it was fine, but I was just, like, kind of bored. That's all I gotta say.
I don't think it's anywhere near Almost Famous, though.
No, I'm saying, like, I think, like, if there's a kid that wants to, like, go into wrestling someday, right?
Oh, yeah.
Or like a sports fan or something like that. Like, someone who's more engulfed in the culture of wrestling, like, this could be something that's very impactful for them. But for me, I just don't care about wrestling. It's as simple as that. I don't get the phenomenon.
I can't give a shit about wrestling.
Yeah.
I thought
me too.
I was really hyped for this movie, and I thought it was cute and fun, but I didn't think it was much more. Like, they didn't really do anything interesting with the story.
Yeah, I was really disappointed, actually.
Yeah.
Why did they open it? I heard they opened it in a very small release in, like, 2 theaters or something.
Yeah.
Why did they do that?
Well, because they're trying to make this feel like an indie Sundance type movie.
Yeah, The Rock's like, I can do it.
It doesn't look like an indie, but it doesn't look like an indie Sundance movie.
Yeah, The Rock's in it.
Yeah,
it has like 92%
any movie with
Rotten Tomatoes.
I'll see it. I might see it this weekend.
I'm going to give Fighting with My Family a 5.3 out of 10 because I like difficult numbers.
I'll give it a 6.8.
All right.
But that doesn't make sense. Why are you doing it? Just do 6.5. 5.0.
No, 5.3.
Yeah, but it's better than a 6.8. 6.5. But not as good as a 7.
But how?
That makes the average a 6 down the line. And
cool.
I think next podcast we'll talk about Kim Possible, right? The greatest film ever made, by the way.
The greatest film ever.
It's so good. I'm giving it an 11 out of 10.
12 out of 10.
Yeah.
All right. That's our review for tonight. Thank you guys for watching.
I'm going to actually add that as our top-rated Toybox movie. Now.
All right.
Anyway.
Yeah, I have things going. So, thank you guys
Adios, amigos.
for another great episode. We'll see you guys next time.
And remember that the meaning to life is for